right, let's get it. Good evening, collective. I am QUAN, and this is love of the highest vibration. And I'm gonna try to keep it up there for you. You are like a tree planted in waters. You are like a tree planted in waters. And every time this man attacks you with spell work, he loses energy, which makes him susceptible to illness and sickness. And if he's already sick, he gets sicker. And it makes it harder for his immune system to fight off whatever it is he has. Every time he attacks you, he gets weaker and he loses money, both. And the reason is you are like a tree planted by the water, and your energy, just like a tree takes in carbon monoxide and turns it into oxygen, is how you handle all the death spells and negative energy that this man sends you. You understand? And reason being, you were the biggest trick in the world. When I tell you this is the card that came out, you are the biggest trick in the world because let me see. If you ever saw the movie Men in Black, the first one, and when Will Smith got accepted into the secret, alien fighting club, whatever, and they were training him how to fight monsters and aliens and detect them and to, bring them in. And they told him, they gave him a whole lineup of all these scary looking monsters and aliens. Big eyes like that children's book. What is that children's book? Where the Wild Things Are. If anyone remembers the children's book, Where the Wild Things Are, all these big creatures. Now, it's a simulation. It's cardboard. But they said, we want you to shoot the threat. And he shot bullet holes in all of the cardboard monsters and aliens and Godzilla-looking things. And at the end, they told him he failed because the only thing he didn't shoot was a little girl holding a book against her chest, like this. And she had pigtails and a lollipop in her mouth. She looked like she was about 7 years old. And the book she had, it was like a book on physics. She was holding a book that said physics in her hand. And she was yay high to a grasshopper, knee high to a grasshopper. She looked like she couldn't have been more than 7 or 8 years old. And they told him that was the biggest threat. That little girl right there is not what she appears to be. You shooting at the monsters that look scary and look like this, that are big, but this is not even the threat. The threat was that little girl with that physics book in her hand because she's about to do some damage. She's got more power than everybody, but you don't know it because she's in the body of a little girl. So the point I'm making is, whoever this man is, he was presented with a contract and assigned to you, and he thought he was going to get rich because he's greedy. And when he was presented with the contract and you were pointed out to him, he looked at you like you were a 7-year-old little girl with pigtails, that he was just going to go and take what he wanted from you and go skipping off and live his life, get paid his money. And it was supposed to be something that happened within a week or two. And it might be going on 5 years. It might be going on 5 years. But he was supposed to be able to accomplish this in a few days. You understand? And the thing about it is, he feels like he was tricked by God, the universe, and his ancestors. He feels like he was tricked. And the truth is, he was tricked because you look so defenseless and vulnerable and weak. That's how you literally look to him. And you were all lovey-dovey, skipping around in the highest vibration of love, speaking positivity, speaking in a positive, uplifting way, being as you are, okay? You are operating in your highest vibration, and this person saw you when they pointed you out, and they were like, oh God, this is going to be easy. I don't even have to put any effort into this. She's stupid. She's stupid because she's nice and kind. She's nice and kind and considerate. Okay. And because of that, he underestimated you. But that was the whole trick of it. That was literally the whole trick of it. The whole trick was to test his spirit by giving him free will and presenting him with someone that looked like he could get over on and take advantage of, to see what kind of heart he had. His heart was being weighed. And you get tested all the time. You get tested all the time. The police sometimes will hold a sting where they'll intentionally put a bait car out, and they'll leave the windows rolled down and the key in the ignition, because they want to catch a criminal, and they're waiting to see. They're literally waiting to see who is going to try to steal the car. You were sent by the ancestors, by God, by the universe, to intentionally look like a tiny little vulnerable, weak, unprotected woman, so that when they saw it's so beautiful. God is so beautiful. The universe is so beautiful. Ancestors of the highest vibration of love are so beautiful. It's so beautiful how they set him up. They literally set this man up and other people in your life, just like the police will put a brand new car with keys with the windows rolled down. It's a sting operation. And you were literally a sting operation. And it was beautiful because you were isolated and from everybody that agreed to let him do this to you. And you were left completely alone, and you're a woman, and you were supposed to be vulnerable and not have any protection physically, all alone, nobody to call, no one to help you, no one to call to rescue you, nothing. And that was a sting operation of God. That was God's sting operation, because you had a whole fleet of protection behind you that nobody could see. That's why he feels like it was a setup, because on the spiritual realm, when I tell you, you were completely surrounded and protected by your angels, your guides. You were complete. If anybody ever was able to put a finger on you, lightning would have struck them in the ass right then and there and killed them. Nobody would have ever touched you, but you were bait, and you had a fleet of backup. Okay, you were protected divinely by God, but nobody could see it because they're not vibrating that high. They're not vibrating high enough to see the high vibrational ascended masters that you're connected to. You know, you got to be on a certain vibration to see those beings. So they can't see them. Yeah, they can go to the astral realm. They can mess around in the ethereal realm with chakras and do all that. But there are higher realms that ascended masters dwell on. There are higher realms that people in your spiritual bloodline you're connected to, because you're a Hierophant energy. And they could not see all the backup and protection you had. Nobody was ever going to harm you. And they still can't to this day. Nobody can come toward you. I promise you. Okay. So he feels set up, and it's because he's in a lesson, but he doesn't know he's in a lesson. The Four of Double Vajras, it has the picture of this boar, a pig, this boar here. And it's talking about greed. One of the three poisons that impede spiritual enlightenment. You were placed as bait in front of this person to help them because they forgot who they are, of course, when they came to Earth and was born here to get their lessons. They forgot their consciousness. They don't know who they are. They haven't woken up. So they have a series of lessons that they have to pass utilizing their free will. And that's why they can't know it's a test, because it has to be of their own free will that they don't cause harm to another because they think they can get away with it. You pass your lesson when you think you can get away with something, but you don't do it because you have empathy and compassion, and you don't want to gain at someone else's loss. You understand? So this person was very greedy, okay? And you were there to teach him a lesson. Your ancestors literally planted you like a tree planted by the waters. in front of this man, looking vulnerable, alone, and isolated, like they isolated you, so that he could, fulfill his contract and get away with it. But you were this man's teacher. That's why you look so little and vulnerable to him, but yet you were so powerful. He didn't understand all of the weird things that were happening. He didn't understand why he couldn't get away with what he was doing to you. The five of Vajras here. This is the five of swords. He wanted to win at all costs, but you're actually a healer, and you heal just by being yourself in your authentic energy. Okay. So you're able to diagnose and tell this man what's wrong with him spiritually. Okay. But this man is not wanting to listen or accept it. So instead, because he's still in an illusion, he keeps attacking you over and over again. And the reason you're showing up as a mitzvah, the Buddha of the lotuses, is because you represent love, infinity, infinite love. You represent infinite love and transformation, the peacock. The peacock is known to consume, to feed off of a diet of poisonous snakes and other poison items that would kill most people. But it's the poison that the peacock has something in their body that is able to convert that poison into something that causes that beautiful color and design and pattern in that beautiful tail. It's made from poison because the peacock represents transformation. And whoever you are, any energy this man sends towards you, it instantly gets alchemized, okay? From carbon, poisonous carbon dioxide, okay? Because all he does is breathe hot air, speaking those curses against you, and you turn it into information, bread. You turn it into the bread of life, by ministering the truth. You send oxygen out from that carbon monoxide. You're transmitting like this peacock turns poison into a beautiful tail. Okay. He doesn't understand. It's like he's stuck in an illusion. And the trick is you look so vulnerable and alone. You seem so alone and vulnerable, like you can be attacked by anyone at any minute, but you're so powerful. You look so weak, but the elephant, you're really powerful. You're more powerful than all the witches and warlocks put together that this person in the wealth class hired to do spell work to take your energy. And you don't look like it physically at all. You look like somebody that could get knocked over the head and they could just do whatever they want to you, take your energy and run. But they can't. They'll be run over by a car, struck by lightning, have a heart attack. A million different things will happen to them. Run off the road. You're protected and you're very powerful, because when I tell you, whoever you are, they have gotten the biggest and the baddest to send death spells towards you. That was supposed to stop your heart. That was supposed to stop your heart. That was supposed to make you drop your coffee cup in the morning and just keel over. These death spells was literally supposed to electrocute you so bad that you were supposed to literally just drop dead. They were powerful, according to them. They're like, it doesn't make biological sense. We want to study you. We want to study your DNA because it does not make biological sense, because the amount of voltage that we sent you with that death spell, you should have been electrocuted and dead right now on the floor. So they don't understand how you could look so frail and fragile, yet be so powerful. They don't understand, and they want to study your DNA. Okay. And the devil is out here because this man has a demonic possession that has him stuck in a cycle. It has him stuck in a cycle of doing the same thing over and over again and expecting change, and it's never going to change. You are God. You're a generator, operator, destroyer. You generate energy. You generate power. Generator, operator, destroyer is you. So and you're very powerful. You can handle a very high voltage like it's nothing. And they don't understand because they keep zapping you over and over and over and over again. They team up to zap you. They're like, okay, the Coven's not working. Let's get all the warlocks together. And that doesn't work either. He's obsessed and he's possessed because he hasn't awakened yet. So he just keeps attacking and attacking. Somebody study her. Find out what is she doing to spiritually protect herself. And I talked about this before, because what is your purpose is to just sit there in perfect peace like this while they continue to attack you. And the reason is they're supposed to attack you, and nothing's supposed to happen, as it hasn't. And then it's supposed to make them try to figure out how to bypass whatever spiritual protection you have. And it's supposed to make them go study in them occult books, go study different types of herbs. Is she taking spiritual baths? What words is she saying when she's praying? What hour does she pray in? What does she do? But here's the trick. This is where you come in. They're supposed to find out through studying how you're spiritually protecting yourself so they could take you down what you're doing. And what they're supposed to discover is that you did your shadow work so that you could vibrate in the highest vibration of love. And how did you do your shadow work? By going through a heart chakra activation, by lowering your ego so you could take accountability and responsibility for how you show up in the world. And in doing this, it'll allow you to accept accountability, and you need to lower your ego to do that. And then it'll allow you to self-reflect, to find out what needs to be healed inside of you, what falls under fear in your life from childhood, ranging up to whatever point in your life you went through your transformation. Go back and heal whatever those things are. And when you heal them, then your heart, the love starts, and empathy and compassion flows through your heart. And when it starts flowing through your heart, it allows you to be open to correction. And then from there on, you can stop and think before every action. You know how they wear those "What would Jesus do" bracelets? The bracelet, you're supposed to ask yourself going forward after that heart chakra transformation, how would I want somebody to handle this situation with me? Would I want someone to say that to me? Would I want someone to do that to me? Would I want everything, empathy and compassion? Treat people the way you want to be treated. And then as your vibration raises, you notice you start attracting protection of your finances, protection of your health, protection goes up higher and higher and higher, and blessings. And you start magnetizing positive experiences toward you in your life. And that includes money and everything else in your life. And when they're studying you, they're supposed to, that's what she did to protect herself from us. That's supposed to teach them unconsciously what they need to do to get on their path. That's what was supposed to happen. By attacking you relentlessly like a possessed demon over and over again, they were supposed to study you to find out that by abiding in the highest vibration of love, by doing shadow work and healing and developing empathy and compassion, that's your spiritual protection. And when they find that out, they're supposed to go through an awakening. So that's your purpose. But this person, they are possessed right now, and they see it, but they don't want to accept it. They see it, but they don't want to accept it. So right now, they're just at a stage where you just transmuting. They keep attacking you, and their health is declining. Their health is declining. Their strength and energy is declining. Their energy is on very low. And they lose money. They lose more and more money every time they attack you. And this is what I'm being told with the cycle card. I don't know if anyone ever saw that movie, not Poetic Justice, Jason's Lyric, with Jada Pinkett back in the day. Back in the day, there was a movie called Jason's Lyric with Jada Pinkett, and they lived in Texas. And, she fell in love, with the young mama. She showing 1 minute, she acting like she don't like me, and the next minute she's showing things I ain't never seen before. In that movie, they showed this guy when he was younger. They cut to like Jason's, the character that played Jason. They cut to his daddy when he was younger, hanging out with the fellas on the corner by the liquor store. And they showed a guy that was drinking beer and drinking on the corner of the liquor store in Texas, this Texas town. Again, this is Jason's Lyric, that movie from back in the day. And he's dancing. They were like, "Hey man, show me that dance again." And he's a young man, like in his 20s, maybe 30s. And, he's out there drinking with the fellas. He put his little drink down, and somebody was playing some music, and he hit a step, and he sat up there and did some dance out there. And everybody like, "Get him, boy, get him. Yeah, yeah, yeah." And then they cut to some years later, like his daddy, when he came back from the war, and that same man was outside that liquor store. He was older now. He was looking a little bit dusty, but he was still out there drinking with the fellas. And he was still, man, you still do that dance. Watch me, boy. Watch me, boy. I ain't lost a step. Right. And then it fast forward to the present day where in Jason's lyric, his daddy, was much older, an older man. Both his parents were older and he was an adult. And he grew up as a kid seeing that man at the liquor store. And now he's a wino. He's a stumbling drunk. And he's at the liquor store. And they're like, do that dance. And he's just waving them off and drinking, still sitting on a crate at the liquor store. He's out of shape. He looks dusty. He's broke. He's shaking a can, begging for money. And he didn't realize that all those years that were passing him by, his health was declining. Opportunities were declining. He wasn't investing his time in building for the future. So he got stuck in a cycle. And he didn't even see or realize he was in an illusion that while he was out there drinking with the fellas all those years, hanging out, not being productive, and doing that dance, he didn't realize that time was passing him by. And one day he would wake up an old man that was known as the neighborhood drunk. And all the kids that used to think he was cool dancing on a corner would be now making fun of him. Like, there goes the Ned the Wino on the corner. Let's throw something at him and run, like that. This man, this is how some people get caught up, because they're very stubborn and they refuse to see the truth, even though they know what the truth is. They know that they have healing work to do. They know they have to get on the path. They know they're wrong for what they are doing. They know. They're not stupid. By now, this person knows it's because you operate in the highest vibration of love, because you did your shadow work, that you're protected. But they're upset because they feel like they were set up by God and your ancestors, because they made you look vulnerable. They made you look weak. And this is someone, because he's in some possessed energy, he just keeps attacking you over and over again. But some people will turn their life around, while others will, out of their ego, stay in this possessed energy. And what will happen is they'll keep attacking you while time is passing by. And this is how you end up seeing the people that are wrapped in a tarp in the wintertime, sitting over the thing in the ground, like in New York, where the heat comes up, that you walk over the big holes under the ground where the subway is, or after the bank closes, with a blanket sleeping in between the doorway or the entrance to the bank until the guard comes in the morning and says, man, you got to get out of here. The bank is about to open. You understand? These are energies that got to this position right here in their life where they get stuck. They get stuck by their ego. They're like, I don't believe I'm unable to take you down. No, I know I can do it if I just keep on trying to live this lifestyle and be in this toxic energy toward you. You were sent there to this man, and they keep doing it. They keep doing it. They keep doing it. Hey, until they get evicted. And they're like, man, you haven't been going to work. All you do is do magic on that woman. Do you realize it's been like 6 months since you had a job? And you haven't moved on? No, because I know any day now, I know I'm going to be able to take her down. And he doesn't realize the person that gave him the contract has already walked away from him. But he's stuck, just like that feminine kitchen, which I picked up on. The same thing. These people, when they get possessed by a demonic spirit, they don't realize the time is passing. And somebody is like, hey, man, they put an eviction notice on your door. Instead of attacking whoever that person is, you might want to get a job. You might want to figure out where you're going to live. I ain't worried about that eviction. No, it's about to turn around for me any day now. Any day now, it's about to, the devil's working it out for me. The devil's working it out for me. And any day now, it's about to turn around for me. That's the energy they get in. And then the police come, man, I know you don't got to tell me. That's all right. I'm going to go stay at my brother's house or my cousin's house. And then they wear out their welcome there. And that's all right, man. Just give me a couple dollars and I'm going to stay in a motel. Don't worry. I'm going to come back up. I'm going to come right back up. And they go stay in a motel until they tell them get out because you don't have no more money to pay. Don't worry. I got it this time. This magic. I found a meth head and a crackhead to do the sex magic with me real quick. Their life, the quality of their life and the people that they once were working with in this spiritual criminal network they were in, it starts to decline. And some people get smart and turn their life around, and other people, they continue to be stubborn and stay on the same path, and only the things around them change. It's just like a high paid prostitute that starts out making a lot of money with high profile customers, and because she has to medicate herself with drugs and alcohol, she doesn't realize as the time is passing that she's becoming extremely codependent on the drugs and alcohol, and she can't get the same clients anymore, and the type of client she gets and the money she gets starts to decline, and before she knows it, she's in a gutter, in a crack house, in a meth house somewhere, prostituting. And she's like, I used to make so much money, I used to drive a Benz, and these people, they get caught in these illusions and don't realize that their life is declining. And then when they get kicked out the motel, then they end up homeless in a shelter. Sir, you can't light them candles in here. I don't know what you're chanting. This man's mentally ill. And they end up homeless, walking around, still casting spells, smelling like piss. This is how they decline. When their ego takes completely over and they become possessed, and they don't find another way in life, and they stay stuck on thinking that they get stuck in an illusion, their life declines and they end up homeless. And this could be someone that had a lot of money at one time, but that's how it happens. You understand? So this is where he is right now. He doesn't realize the person that gave him the contract already walked away from him and threw their hands up. They gave up. The person that hired him already walked away from him, but he's just like the kitchen witch that took it personal. I think yesterday in Love of the Highest Vibration, that she wasn't getting paid no more, but she was attacking you out of her ego for exposing to her how ugly she really is, and exposing to her how little her looks count toward her value at this point in her life. He's possessed by that same spirit right now. So this man is stuck in an illusion right now that if he don't clean it up soon, he's going to end up homeless and never recover, and be one of those homeless men that go crazy, that are walking up and down the street, yelling random things out loud and cursing everybody and doing spell work that don't do nothing to nobody, but because they get stuck. Now, conception. Somebody is finding a new way to do something. Somebody is going another direction. It might be karmic, I don't know, but this has to do with the person that gave him the contract, that hired him. They are looking at going in another direction with, I guess, whatever they're going to do to try to get energy or money or whatever the case may be. But right now, this is for you. The 7 of lotuses, the 8 of lotuses, the 8 of wands. This is you pruning your herbs. Whoever you are, it's business as usual. What they're saying is you can get out of mental imprisonment, because it's all downhill for these people from here. Whatever little bits of energy they're sending toward you, it's not going to be long, and these people are going to be homeless and just trying to find somewhere to get water and get out the heat and get out the cold and figure out how they're going to eat from day to day. That's where these people are right now, and you're going to be left alone, and you're going to be at peace to live your life. Okay. This is your energy right here, is what they're saying right here. Okay. You are going to be able to you're the wounded warrior, meaning you went through a whole spiritual battle and you went through a lot with these people, but you have to believe that this is over now. It's over now. Their employer has cast them aside. Delight in the reverse. Okay. This person at one time was living in some energy where they could partake in all types and sorts of delight in sex, in food, in all these things of the carnal nature, because of how they were preying on innocent people. They never woke up. They didn't have the realization that they needed to wake up their consciousness. Gaia, they don't appreciate the connection to themselves, other people on the earth, and nature and everything. They don't appreciate or understand how they're connected to the universe and to other people, and how they should behave and conduct themselves, because they didn't go through the transformation. Empowerment in the reverse. This person is no longer empowered. This person is in a weakened state now, and you're free to go. And I know you're the wounded warrior, A lot of us are, meaning we're still standing, but I'm not going to lie, it wasn't easy. It was not easy. Okay. What is the QUAN Yin Oracle card? What is the QUAN Yin Oracle card for this read? Holy Divine Spirit, what is the QUAN Yin Oracle card for this read? What is the QUAN Yin Oracle card for this read? And you know, if you've ever been a missionary or been on some form of missionary, if you've ever been on any kind of missionary duty, wherein and missionary can, it's not just talking about religion. Anybody could be a missionary and go try to feed the homeless and show kindness to people in need. And you see some of the people, like if you ever did ministry, like food homeless ministry, where you go and take food and plates in a van or something to a park where a lot of homeless people live, you'll run across a lot of different people with a lot of different stories. But it's so interesting. You would never believe some of these people were who this man right here is right now at one point, and they just missed their marker and they didn't turn it around at the point in their life where they could have. You know, and you'll see people sometime like, man, how'd you get here? Do you mind if I ask, you know, or you don't have to tell me, but I'm just curious. Do you have a story you want to share? You know, some people, I'm telling you, they could tell you, you know what? I didn't pay attention to the signs. It was time for me to wake up. It was time for me to realize I was duped by God. I was duped by my ancestors, and I did something. It was a trick. It was a trick. You know, you were a trick. This person does not believe that you seem so harmless. I'm laughing because when I, clarified these cards before I came on here, this man feels so tricked. He feels so tricked because you were just so sweet. You know, you come off so sweet and so innocent. And you are sweet and innocent, but you have duality. They didn't know that you were so protected. That it's unbelievable to them. They're like, how could this one person like take down my whole operation? I've been doing this for years. When I ran into this one right here, they completely destroyed me. And this looked like the easiest one. I've dealt with other people I've taken down, and they seem tough. They seemed like they were smart, but I've been able to do things to them, and they fought back, but I was able to overpower and get away with what I was trying to do. But you seemed the weakest out of all of them, but you were the strongest. Stop judging a book by its cover. When I tell you they feel like they were tricked, they really, really feel like they were tricked. They are so upset. Okay, was that supposed to be it? Tai Chi rising. All right, let me pull one more just in case, because I don't like the way that fell out my hand. Okay. Divine connection. And it was meant for you to cross paths with this man because you were assigned to be placed in front of this man. It was part of your contract. It was part of your contract. I'm going to read this one first. Okay. Oh, is this him right there? This looks like him right there. Laying on his back. He looked like he eating grapes, being fed, surrounded by a whole bunch of people. He looked like he's sitting there and being haunted by a whole bunch of different ancestors or something like that. That's what it looks like as he's sitting there thinking, this man. Divine connection. The inspired, intuitive messages you have been receiving, which are unconditionally loving, fearless, and encouraging of you to grow and be your true self, are from your higher guidance. Beings of divine light are guiding you with messages of unconditional love. It is safe to trust in your growing divine connection and inner knowledge. Doing so will bring you great joy. I feel like that's directed at that person that's been attacking you. And Tai Chi rising. Tai Chi rising. Your energy field is growing stronger with more spiritual electricity pulsing through your being. Take time to nourish your nervous system as it adjusts and be gentle with yourself as you adjust to increasing levels of spiritual potency, which gives more impact to your words, actions, and thoughts. May you be strong and merciful, powerful and wise in equal measure. I love that one. That's my favorite. That is my absolute favorite. They saying be careful because your nervous system is expanding because you're getting more power, more electricity, and your words are going to hold more power. And they're saying, may you be merciful. We hope you merciful because you powerful. Your words are powerful. And they like, I hope you merciful, but you've earned that right to get that power. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in. What are the messages? What is the energy crowning this read right now? This person all right. They do this when they get in their feelings, y'all. Yeah. They do this when they get in their feelings. Thank you. Do you know the last thing I said? Because I don't know at what point they cut me off. Do you know the last thing I said? Thank you. Do you know what the last thing I said was? Do you remember the last thing I said? You had just threw the first card. Wait a minute. The whole thing was silent? The whole thing was silent? People doing this. Oh, thank you. Okay. Okay. All right. So you heard the introduction. It wasn't until I did the cards. So I'll just sum it up really quick. This man doesn't realize they've been cut off. They've been cut off from their investor because they can't produce results anymore. And they're going to do what he doesn't realize is his death spells have absolutely zero effect on you. You don't feel nothing at all whatsoever. They're going to do another death spell, but it doesn't matter because he's stressed out because his long-term investor that he worked for many years, harvesting divine feminine energy, orchestrating, organizing, and doing all the things that he was doing for many, many years. He's like, I've been loyal to you. I put some work in for you. I've been working for you over 20, 25, 30 years. You know, it took a lot of effort and work to orchestrate and organize, to isolate women, to hack them, to have people watch them 24/7, to do all the things to put them in positions where we can harness their energy for you. And you mean to tell me you're cutting me off now? Because the death spell has no effect. They recently sent a man toward you, a King of Cups energy, that was cloaking his energy, that was supposed to try to trick you, and that was a fail. And now, whoever the investor is in the wealth class that had paid him, he's going in another direction. He's not going to work with him. He's kicking him out of his energy, and he's getting ready to go to court. And this man is panicking because he's so burdened because he's not protected anymore. And whatever he's done that's illegal, that he's caught up in a court case for, whether he said you were mentally disabled or had a legal warrant to have your home searched or cameras, whatever he did in the past, he's going to court. And he's going to be at that courthouse throwing death spells at you right up until he gets the handcuffs slapped on him. So he's panicking right now, and he's going toward an Empress reverse to do more death magic on you. Because, again, he's waiting. He's waiting to hear back from his investor, but his investor is turning his back on him now. He's turning his back on him now because he's like, no, you can't produce any more results for me. That was the last straw. You're fired. So his investor has fired him. So he's going to collaborate with an Empress in a reverse. This could be a Libra man or woman, or just an older person in some karmic energy. And they're going to do more death spells, send more death spells toward you. But I told you, this is the energy you're in right now. You can't feel the death spells at all whatsoever. The death spells literally don't reach you. What I was saying that they didn't want you to hear was in the past, when they sent death spells, you could at least feel the vibration from it circling around you like you're a damn airport or something, going around your aura a few times before it gets transmuted or returns to sender or hits somebody in a low vibration and they get into an unfortunate accident. But now, when they send the death spell, it doesn't even reach you at all. So it has zero effect on you. The Ace of Wands reverse. That death spell doesn't even reach you anymore at all whatsoever. What I said is the last death spell they sent you, you didn't even know they sent it because you were over here pruning your herbs to either roll up in backwoods or some white owls, or you were pruning your herbs to what you call it? You were pruning your herbs to make your holy oil, or pruning herbs to make your protection oil or a spiritual bath or whatever you do with these herbs that you over here pruning. You didn't even feel the death spell, and the reason is because your vibration is so high now, and they don't want you to know. That's why they didn't want you to hear what I had to say. They did not want you to hear. They don't have any more power. Do you understand? They don't have any more power. And they don't want you to know that. It's against their Bible, the 48 laws of power. They don't want you to know when they down bad. This person has no more power. And that's why when they try to do a death spell, you can't feel anything. Again, in the past, you knew when they sent you a death spell because it would circle around your aura a few times, looking for a vulnerability, looking for a tear in your auric field, but it couldn't find one and the energy would get transmuted. But now you don't feel anything when they send a death spell. Or this death spell, I don't know when they sent it. Maybe they sent it today or yesterday. But whatever they're sending, the death spells they're sending toward you now, they're not even reaching you. They're not able to get close enough in your aura. Literally, they don't even have enough power. They don't want you to know that they have completely run out of power. They don't want you to know that because it makes them look weak and vulnerable. They don't want you to know they're weak and vulnerable right now and they've completely run out of power. Ciao. I'm touching a nerve tonight. I'm touching a nerve tonight. I'm going to tell you, I'm touching a nerve tonight. Hold on, they touching me. I'm touching a nerve tonight. They don't want y'all to know they've run out of power, y'all. What happens when women close their legs? What happens when women close their legs and protect their energy, even if you weren't having sex? But what happens when women learn how to protect their spiritual energy? Somebody ran out of power. Somebody literally ran out of power. We know where the energy was coming from. These people have run out of power, and the death spell is not reaching you anymore. And they're hurt about that. They feel so vulnerable right now. They are out of power. And that's why they're messing with my life, because they feel some kind of way about me saying that. They're like a baby. They're like a baby, like literally hitting at the air. They're like, mess up her life. Don't tell her that we running out of power. You don't say that. You don't say that. Wait a minute. Who's this? Sign the F off. Who is Noid 44 Tarot? Sign the F off. Sign the F off. Hold on. He mad I don't love him. What you talking about? Sign the F off. You not talking to me. Oh, okay. You talking about somebody messing with you. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I was like, hold on, I don't recognize that name. Who's that? Who I'm about to banish? Who am I about to banish? I love y'all too. All right, let's get it. What are the messages, Holy Divine Spirit? These people ran out of power, y'all. That's what they didn't want me to tell you. They ran out of power to do the death spells, and they want to take their own life right now. This is the past life enemy of yours. Okay. This was a past. They might be using prostitutes right now to try to get energy from to do their spell work. But y'all know that a prostitute energy is like dollar store batteries. Okay. They want to do a death spell with a dollar store battery. So I feel like whoever this is, they're panicking. They're thinking of taking their own life, and they literally are trying to get the energy to do a death spell from a prostitute that sleeps with a whole bunch of people whose energy is like toilet water. Okay, at a gas station, at a Quick Trip. Okay. And we all know that type of energy ain't gonna get you nothing at all but a disease, both physical and spiritual. And this person want to take their life because right now they don't have like people in the coven and all these people in their ego. Everyone else had enough sense to go in another direction. This mug is paying prostitutes now to do sex magic or whatever magic he doing, and they want to take their life. I can't make it. Yo, I could barely even say the words. I could barely even get the words out. Sex magic. They're paying prostitutes right now to do ritualistic sex magic, like they're gonna get any good energy to get something off the ground, and they wanna take their own life because they're under spiritual judgment. And then tornado is here. There may be a tornado coming to both. I think it was a northeast state and Texas. There may be a tornado on the way to Texas and a northeast state. Yes, they tried it. Somebody's about to have a transportation issue. Oh, okay. So there's a who? Okay. And they want me to pull a root chakra card. Okay. So, like I said, there's a tornado that might be on the way to Texas and a northeast state. Okay. And tornado is out here again. From earlier today, tornado came out. Okay. I have pastor. So maybe there's a pastor that's about to receive some damage from a tornado or something. Because they're utilizing maybe a church to do spell work or something. You know, a lot of churches now are just hubs for cults. I'm serious, like holiness churches that you remember back in the day, those type churches that you went to back in the day for some good preaching. A lot of those are completely witchcraft hubs now and nothing more. It's nothing like back in the day. So if y'all see a tornado hit a church in Texas in the next few days, y'all gonna know. Y'all gonna know if a tornado knocks out a church in Texas in the next few days or a northeast state, you're gonna know because pastor's out here. Or if you hear something about a pastor in the news that lost his house in Houston, Texas. Why did I say Houston? Maybe Houston, Texas. In Texas or in a northeast state, you're going to know what happened. All right. Who did y'all want me to identify? Okay. These are neighbors. Somebody's neighbors. And it's falling under root chakra. Someone of Japanese descent is under spiritual judgment. Okay. This is someone on your child's mom's side of the family. So I don't know if this Japanese individual has a child by someone or on someone's mother's side of the family, someone of Japanese descent that keeps coming out as part of this secret society that does spell work. Someone of Japanese descent. And we're talking about this tornado now. So they might be in Texas or in this Japanese person might be in a northeast state. The CIA, yeah. They're with a cult and collaborating with the CIA. Whoever this Japanese energy is I'm picking up on. Okay, that was it. All right, what about this one? Somebody's whole neighborhood might be about to get wiped out by a tornado. Somebody's whole neighborhood might be about to get wiped out by a tornado. Someone might have a foster parent that might be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Someone might have a foster parent that might be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Co-workers, a black man. These are neighbors, a foster parent, co-workers, someone's niece. So this might be a pastor, even that has foster children, your cousin, iPhone, Android employee. These are the energies that they wanted me to identify for you, okay? So maybe all of these people are part of a cult. Maybe they're in Texas. Maybe some of them are in Texas, and maybe some of them are in a Northeast state, okay? But what I'm getting is I have a foster parent here. I have a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I have someone's niece, a foster parent. I have co-workers, the CIA, okay? These are neighbors. So these people might be neighbors with each other. I have a black man. I have an iPhone, Android employee. I have your cousin. I have a pastor. I have an ex of yours. This is someone on your child's mom's side of the family. This could apply to your ex or anybody, or even you if you're a man. And then someone of Japanese descent. Those are the energies they want me to identify for somebody, okay? With this tornado energy, neighbors and co-workers, okay? Now I would like you to tell me what you wanted me to say about the root chakra, because there's a root chakra card out here. We might be talking about someone's stability about to get messed up. What is root chakra? What is the root chakra card you want me to pull before I pull this energy out? What is the root chakra card? That's funny. I've seen Karma getting sassy lately. I know that's right. Child, I watch Karma with popcorn. I be watching Karma with popcorn. I don't know. Joel Osteen, I don't know. A lot of pastors are in Texas, but there are a lot of pastors in Northeast states too. We don't know. We'll see in the news. What is the root chakra card? But it's like something might come to someone's neighborhood. Okay? And maybe they live in the same neighborhood as some of these people they work with, that they're co-workers with. But I guess we gonna see. But this is karma. I'm telling you. What is the root chakra card? This is spiritual judgment. The tornado is spiritual judgment. And somebody feels like they want to take their own life right now. Let's go. What is the root chakra card you all want me to point out this evening? Self-pity. But they wanted us to feel self-pity. Okay, this popped up. Yoga, mountain pose, Tadasana, warrior pose, Virabhadra Sana. Yeah, you got to give me props for that one, for saying that. Virabhadrasana. Virabhadrasana. Virabhad. Thank you for that heart. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, this is somebody doing spell work on you. So you be in an energy of self-pity. And they're telling you to do some yoga. I'll pronounce it again for you. They want you to lack confidence. Ha, got it. Okay, this is energy being projected onto you, whoever you are. So they've been working on your root chakra. All right, I have spell work being done on your root chakra. Okay, so that you be in an energy of self-pity, lack of survival instinct. They want you feeling paranoid. They want you to adjust your diet, spiritual loss of will, and lack of confidence. This is the energy that they're doing spell work on you, on your root chakra, to project towards you. And they're recommending, again, that you do yoga. I'm going to say it again. Mountain pose, Tadasana, and warrior pose. Virabhadrasana. Virabhadrasana. I just want it to sound smooth. Virabhadrasana. Okay, enough. Virad, Vidra. I want it to sound smooth. Okay, never mind. The High Priestess and the King of Cups reverse. Yeah, somebody that couldn't control their emotions at your High Priestess. Somebody that couldn't regulate their energies. I was doing the best I could. I wanted it to sound smooth, as if I could say it like with ease, but it was too much. Somebody is no longer in a mental imprisonment. They just want to take their life. They're curled up somewhere about getting a judgment reversed because they did something illegal that's in the system that they're in trouble for right now. A night energy. Who's this person having unaliving thoughts? That blank card actually says the S word. They're thinking of unaliving themselves. Who is this energy that's thinking of unaliving themselves? Clarify that this energy, something's not going in their favor. Who is this energy that's thinking of unaliving? Someone that's crying tears right now because they've lost everything. The Ten of Pentacles reverse. Someone that never saw this coming. They never saw that they would lose everything. And let me tell you, these are probably people that got into this type of business and got into these type of cults, covens, joined these societies, and probably got spiritual guidance about some of y'all that have been targeted since childhood and were warned, no, spiritually, you're not allowed to do that to that type of person. Like somebody might have actually told these people, yeah, I know you read their chart and you see they're going to be a great person, or they have a special ranking spiritually, this child. So you're not supposed to try to use them for energy harvesting by restricting them. You're not allowed to do that. You're violating spiritual. They're connected to some kind of ancestral bloodline of hierophants, or this child right here. You're not supposed to do that to. And if you do that, bad things can happen. And they're like, happen how? What bad thing can happen? Somebody was ignorant. Somebody was real ignorant. Somebody might have been warned not to do this to y'all, but they were like, well, I did it and 10 years have gone by and ain't nothing happened to me. So I know y'all was talking some stuff, all that spiritual juju and, you're going to get in trouble with ancestors. Woo, I'm so scared. And this is what's going on right now. What they thought would never happen when they received a warning, just because it didn't happen right then and there, just because maybe even over 20 years went by and they got away with it. They thought that, you telling me I can't open the Ark of the Covenant. You're telling me that it'll unleash Pandora's box and spirits will come out and devour everybody. This is all hocus pocus. I don't believe in all that ancestral crap. But you believe this is a divine being, and you believe that you can get energy to make money and manifest off of them. You believe that, but you don't believe the hocus pocus stuff. Okay. So somebody might have even been warned not to do this to y'all, to isolate y'all and try to harness your energy to become rich, or something bad would happen. Well, that's where we are right now. Whatever they were warned about would happen is happening right now. That's what's happening right now. They took a chance and now something's not going in their favor. Who is this person having thoughts about unaliving? Who is this person having thoughts about taking their own life? This King of Pentacles. This might be someone with Aquarius in their chart. They might have Earth in their chart too. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. They're thinking about taking their own life now. Okay. This past life enemy. And he's having ritualistic sex magic with a prostitute that's not going to be able to get him any results. I don't care if I get an STD. I'm at the point I'm about to take my own life. I don't care about an STD. Okay. Tell me about this person is under spiritual judgment, please and thank you. Yeah, they're so burdened right now. They have to walk away. It's nothing else they can do. And they are doing it somewhere with a prostitute. Okay. They feel completely defeated. Clarify the Queen of Swords. Clarify the Queen of Swords. They feel defeated. They might have worked with an air sign. They might have worked with an air sign to try to harness your energy or do a death spell on you one last time. And it didn't work. They're completely depleted. Look, I don't think y'all understand. I know y'all understand. I'm just talking. The Ten of Pentacles is talking about energy wise. They don't have any more energy to do the death spells and the spell work and magic they were doing. It was coming from you all that have pulled like Oshun your energy back, the source of God's power on earth. That's why the men want to control you so badly and keep it a secret. They want to control you. They want to control your confidence because they want to keep it a secret from you that you are holding so much power. They don't want you to know all the power that you have. They want you to just give up that power so they can utilize it for themselves. Big secret. And this is why their spell work's not working. They don't have it. You have it. They're under spiritual judgment. Yeah, they have to release you and let you go. There's nothing more for them to do to you. That's it. All right, that's it. Clarify tornado. What about this tornado? They can't create any illusion for you. You are a high priestess. Somebody's not getting their wish fulfillment at all whatsoever. They have to let you go, and they don't see that whatever destruction comes as a result of a tornado, if this hasn't already happened, it's because of it's their karma. It's because of the magic. It's because of the magic, and it's their karma coming back to them. The Hierophant reverse for being a spiritual abuser, for being a Hierophant, some kind of spiritual leader that was abusing power with magic. They don't see that these tornadoes have a GPS tracker called karma on them. They don't see that. The Emperor reverse. He's not in a mental imprisonment. He's given up. That's why he's probably somewhere having unprotected sex with a prostitute right now, trying to do sex magic. This King of Pentacles. So it's over for him. So sad. Ciao. No. What are the messages, please and thank you? What are the messages? Please and thank you. Third eye. They want me to pull some energy, pull a chakra card for the third eye. By the way, things are going in your favor now. You are going to blow up overnight in anything you touch. Your endeavors, your job. Doors are going to fly open for you. Career opportunities during a recession because you have the golden touch. Whatever you do moving forward, these people are not going to be able to mess with. They're not going to be able to stop you. They're not going to be able to stop, lock, and drop it. They're not going to be able to bop it, bip it, boop it, that toy. They're not going to be able to do nothing. Moving forward. Bop it. Top it. Pull it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Career. Yeah, every door is about to open for you. Every door is about to open for you. And you're not going to be dealing with energy. All right, third eye again. So I have to pull a third eye chakra card. This might have something to do with your work. Or the work of someone that went to the doctor and didn't tell anybody. Pull a shot. Yo, again. Okay. All right. Third eye chakra. Pull it. Pop it. Stop it. Do it again. That was a toy. What is the third eye chakra card that y'all desperately want me to pull? Obviously. Please don't hit me, Holy Spirit. What is this third eye chakra card that y'all want me to pull? Clearly. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. All right. What is the third eye chakra card? Okay. Somebody is having a lot of intense dreams and trouble sleeping, or someone's doing spell work on you so that you'll have trouble sleeping and intense dreams. Someone might have a psychological manifestation of something, a blockage in their third eye, inability to develop creative ideas. Okay. Narrow-mindedness, psychic heightened abilities, or someone in your energy was born this way. Okay, third eye, born activated. Okay, so this might be an energy that they're projecting onto you, or this is one of them. Somebody was born with their third eye already activated, meaning they were born with an open third eye already activated and working, like they were born with the veil over their eye, or people born like this. And they have psychic heightened abilities. You or someone that you know was born this way. So that's who we're talking about. It's either you or someone that was born with this. Either they're doing spell work on you. Okay, lack of mental clarity. They're either doing spell work on you, or this is going on with one of them that was born with the third eye open. Trouble concentrating. And this has something to do with someone's job. Okay, aromatherapy. If this is you, they want you to do aromatherapy with frankincense, lavender, neroli, or juniper. Okay, so you're gonna need to get some. If this is you, third eye unbalanced sleep. Okay, I feel like they're doing spell work on your third eye. Whoever you are, one of you all, or maybe whoever it applies to, somebody was born with their third eye already activated, and someone might be doing spell work on you at your job or something. Somebody might be trying to do spell work on your third eye, so you have trouble sleeping, intense dreams, narrow-mindedness. They want you to sleep again. They want you to be able to sleep. You need to sleep. Somebody needs to sleep because it's going to cause an imbalance in your third eye. If this is you, inability to develop creative ideas. This is the energy that would be being projected on you. Lack of mental clarity and trouble concentrating. Who is this, Holy Spirit? Who is this with this third eye energy? They're taking action. Okay. So this is you. Somebody in my collective was born with their third eye already activated. And you might even have been born with it already activated, but they did something to close it or to block it. So you might not realize it. Do you understand that during the 70s and 60s, a whole bunch of babies got chipped? When you went and got born in the hospital, they took you in another room and chipped you, but it was a much older version of the chip that might have just created white noise between your ears. And they did a lot of experiments on us. Do you understand that the same way that the King Herod of the New Testament in the Bible felt threatened because he heard of a coming Christ child, another king, someone that would be in Christ's energy, that was going to be an amazing king and emperor. He took action to get on top of it by killing all of the little boys, all of the boys up to age 2 in a whole region, just to secure his position. And the same thing they did in the hospital. There are prophecies about a coming group of people that would be in Christ energy, and they would have a lot of abilities. You understand, the same way that in the Bible, Christ talked about these miracles that I'm able to perform, you can do them too. You can do the same thing I'm doing. You Christ energies. If you get into that Christ consciousness, you can turn and activate your abilities and gifts. You can do the same miracles I'm doing. It says it right there in the Bible. Know ye not ye are gods? Know ye not? Okay. So there are prophecies of who you are here right now today. There were prophecies a long time ago about Christ coming. And they were not talking about Christ as one person. They were talking about a Christ energy. They were talking about a whole population of people that would be coming here, that would be on that Christ consciousness, that would activate in the highest vibration of love, other DNA that they have, and they would come activated. And when they were aware that this would happen, what did they do? They started chipping babies in the hospital, a whole bunch of them, like Herod. Instead of killing all of the 2-year-old boys like Herod in the Bible did, they went in the hospital around communities and neighborhoods where they thought this Christ, these children would be born in this Christ consciousness, and they started chipping them so they could monitor them for gifts and monitor them for things and run all kind of tests on them to prepare for when this was going to happen. I'm talking about occultists and secret societies. They were preparing for this. You understand? So I feel like someone in my collective, you have an activated third eye already that works perfectly, but somebody could have done something to block it. And you might not, you might have always been or had a heightened intuition. You also have an open third eye that goes with that too, but you might not be able to see through it because of something that they could have done to you. And with it showing me with this Ace of Wands, they took action to block your third eye with this Ace of Wands here. Okay. And right now, maybe it's coming back and they're doing spell work to try to keep it blocked. They're doing spell work so you have a lack of mental clarity, trouble concentrating, psychic, you already have an open third eye, intense dreams, trouble sleeping. They don't want you to sleep, and you'll have a narrow-minded perspective. So whoever you are, please, the most important thing is for you to sleep. A good, hearty, sound sleep for you. Can y'all still hear me? They're after my whole life. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You are the generation of the Christ consciousness. They thought that the Christ child was one person that was coming. But no. The Jesus in the Bible, him and John the Baptist, they were forewarning and they were announcing a whole race of people, a whole group of people that were coming. These star children, these star seeds, these, y'all know all the different names y'all got. Star seed, y'all know the names I'm talking about. Children with gifts. But Jesus and John the Baptist and many, many others were like, no. There's a whole group that's coming that's going to be of this Christ consciousness. And I'm trying to teach you the path and the way to get there through self-reflection and through healing and through opening your heart up and loving, empathy, and compassion. I'm trying to teach you how to access what everybody's going to turn into in the future. This is where we're evolving to in the future. But it was so far in the future. It was literally so far into the future that people couldn't conceive. Everybody's going to be what? Raising vibration. What is vibration? Please explain to us before I hit you with this stone. Tell us what vibration is before we hit you with this stone, Jesus. You understand what I'm saying? So somebody might have done something to block your third eye, and they want you to use aromatherapy and use the scent neroli, juniper, frankincense, or lavender, or switch up between these. So get you a little aromatherapy plug-in thing and put it in your room, in your bedroom, and sleep with it, please, whoever you are. Sleep with aromatherapy, and I'm going to do this too. Sleep with some kind of, the ones the smoke comes out of, y'all know what I'm talking about. All right. What's going on at someone's job, at work, and career? The 9 of Swords. Somebody could be trying to affect your sleep, and you might be having trouble sleeping. They're doing spell work on you to be childish because they're jealous of you. Somebody at your job or whatever career you're in, someone is jealous of you because you are a high priestess. And because they're jealous because they know you have gifts, they're doing spell work on your third eye. They might be doing it at your job. Like the people you might have an operating coven at your job that's doing spell work in the daytime or night on your third eye, whoever you are I'm talking to. Okay. These people are heartbroken that you're healing right now. So what's happening is something's going on where you're healing right now. When you close your eyes, you might start seeing like the outline or like the shadow of things. If you don't see a clear picture when you close your eyes and meditate of things like clear, like you have your eyes open, you might see the shadow of things when your eyes are closed, like looking at something in the dark. That's because you're starting to heal. You're starting to heal, and your vision, your first eye actually is coming back. So if you silhouette is the word I'm looking for. When you're meditating, if you're seeing a silhouette that looks like you're seeing silhouettes in the dark, that's the blockage from the spell work they're doing. You're supposed to be able to see clearly through that first eye of yours. Okay. And it's someone at your job doing spell work on that third eye of yours. Whoever you are, you might be this hermit energy as well. Okay. You might even have Virgo in your chart. They're doing spell work on your third eye, like right now. You might have Virgo in your chart, whoever you are too. Okay. To try to cause an illusion. They don't want you to be aware of what you have because they're so jealous of your gift. You know, I know Elon Musk and his buddies, you know, they're trying to imitate things that people were born with naturally, gifts that all this Neuralink and a lot of these other technologies that they have created are for is to try to make people God that are not born with these spiritual gifts and abilities, are not natural generator operator destroyers, people that have a calcified pineal gland, people that have not done the work, people that are younger energies that are not supposed to have those gifts because they don't have the spiritual ranking, and they're jealous because you have those gifts. They're jealous of you because you have those gifts. So using technology, all that Neuralink is an imitation of what your pineal gland does in your body. Literally, it's like an imitation pineal gland almost, that Neuralink, you know, to a gateway to higher dimensions and a deeper consciousness, to the spiritual realm, right? And also the ability, like the Neuralink, what does he say? It can emit medicine in your body to heal your body. Child, we can meditate and pull that Kundalini energy through the body and heal the body and regenerate ourselves. All the things that they claim these technologies they're inventing can do, we can already do that on our own through meditation and using what we already have. Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. I know that's right. Yeah, but the spell work is backfiring. Whatever spell work they've been doing on you, it's been backfiring. And these people got bad karma for trying to block your gifts. Whoever you are, I'm talking to. These people have bad karma for trying to block your gifts. They're going to miss an opportunity, or they're not going to get a new start. You're going to gain clarity. Yeah. They're going to have an ego death. They're going to have an ego death, and your clarity is going to come back. And you're going to be able to see perfectly out your third eye, whoever you are, I'm talking about. And just make sure you're spiritually protecting yourself before you go to work every day. Because the people at your job, whoever I'm talking to, they 100% are doing spell work on your third eye. I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to keep you. Let me tell y'all something. Those of y'all that were targeted because you have spiritual abilities and gifts, whether they're latent inside of you or active. I worked at a job once where I knew they were trying to, keep me at that job because that job was nothing but COVID. It was nothing but a huge coven. And they were doing spell work in the basement of the place that I was working at. And it was nothing but several different covens in there. And they didn't want me to leave that job, just like they don't want me to be able to move around, because they like to keep you in one spot where they can watch you and monitor you. And when I started looking for another job and trying to get away, because I was like, y'all got me getting up too early in the morning for this BS. Who want to be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning? So as soon as, because they were doing rituals and spell work on me day and night at work. because I was a targeted person. They only want you, if you're targeted, to work at certain jobs. They only want you to work at certain jobs. And if you go through a temp agency, they're only going to route you to the jobs where they have the covens, where they can gang stalk you, do spell work, and keep an eye on you. And when I finally made a decision, I don't care where I work at, I just got to get out of here. That's what I know. I don't care where I go, but I'm getting up out of here. And when I got up to go and told them, well, I'm getting ready to leave. Yeah, I don't like the hours. As soon as I said that, the next day, the manager made an announcement. We decided to change the hours for the whole entire job, so y'all could sleep a little more. How 6:30 sound to you? And then they all looked at me, and I was like, oh, I'm getting out of here. I was like, I am definitely getting the heck up out of here. They literally adjusted the hours on the job just for me to stay there, because they realized they couldn't hold me. I had found something else. And they literally changed the hours of that job to keep and hold me there. They were going to try to actually unalive me on that job, because there were a lot of dangerous equipment and things. And I noticed they were doing rituals around the full moon and the spell work and everything. And they were hoping I'd get in some kind of accident and they'd be able to take me out while I was there. And like I said, when they changed the hours, when I announced I was leaving from 5 in the morning to 6:30, and everybody looked at me in the morning meeting and was like, how's that? How's that? I was like, oh, I'm getting out of here. It's so clear. It's so clear that they did that to try to keep me there so they can watch you. That's right. Child, that's all I needed to see. All I needed to see was that they was trying to keep me on that job so they could do spell work, because they were hoping eventually they'd do some spell work where I'd get hit or hurt in some kind of a way. They were throwing spell work at me at that job left and right. Left and right. What are the messages? Any more messages, Holy Divine Spirit? Do you understand the magnitude of that? I announced I was leaving and they literally changed the hours. They literally changed the hours for everybody in there because of the money they were getting for what they were doing to me in there. Because of the money that they were getting for what they were doing to me in there, they didn't want me to leave, because then they're not going to pay them, to do what they were doing anymore. What are the messages? Who? Okay. Uh-oh. All right, this is going to be the last message of the night. A sexual violation might have occurred to someone either when they were underage or to someone that is underage. This is a lesson, learn and move on. This was another failed attempt to seduce you. Uh-oh. Somebody might be trying to come towards somebody in my collective that might have sexually violated someone that's underage, or they were sexually violated when they were underage. We'll see what they're trying to get out here. Relationship sabotage. They're touching my back right now. This is divine intervention for someone watching me right now. Someone wanted to sabotage your finances and relationship. Okay. They're touching me too. They want to tell me something about this. What's this about? A Virgo. Someone was trying to get away with something with a Virgo. Someone might be a Virgo. Okay, somebody might be a Virgo and someone might be a King of Wands energy. Uh-oh, child. All right, we're going to see who we talking about here. I don't like the way this feels. All right. Who do y'all want me to identify? All right, so this is some kind of divine intervention right now for someone watching me in my collective. I don't know who's watching me, but this is divine intervention for someone that needs to know about somebody that is in your life right now, possibly, or someone that you were dealing with that might have sexually violated someone underage. This person's in your life or was in your life to sabotage your finances and your relationships. Okay. Who is it that y'all want me to point out? And the reason you're in my collective today is because this is divine intervention. Okay. Who is the energy you want me to point out? Okay. It popped right up in my hand. Okay. I saw this. I saw a white woman and a police officer. In my hand, when I was shuffling, I saw a white woman and I saw a police officer. Okay. Someone might be of East African descent. You know, the third party, a white man. Wow. Okay. So when I was shuffling, I saw a white woman and a police officer when I was shuffling. Okay. So it could be a white man or a white woman. This is your male platonic friend. Okay. Someone might be of South African descent. Okay. Someone might be Haitian. Somebody might be Haitian. This is your family doing this. And this is a romantic couple. Uh-oh. This is an ally or associate that they collaborated with on this. Okay. So somebody might have collaborated with a couple, like a married couple. Someone may have collaborated with a married couple and a West African practitioner, possibly some of these energies, and someone's family to do something to a child. Oh, I don't like this at all. There is possibly a married couple, someone of West African descent that they work with to do this. This is someone in someone's family. It could be a married couple in someone's family that collaborated with someone of West African descent. And I have a white man here, which could be a white man or a white woman. I have a police officer. I have someone of East African descent, and I have someone of South African descent. And the third party knows you, or you know the third party. So let me find out what they're talking about. Tell me about this energy from South Africa first, please. Someone's very sad about something. Tell me about this energy of South African descent. Someone of South African descent might have changed or had an ego death because someone is single, independent. They feel backstabbed and betrayed because somebody didn't want to move forward with something. Who did not want to move forward with something? Someone that might be financially codependent or losing everything right now. Who did not want to move forward with something? Someone that took a risk that right now might be isolating themselves, or in the Five of Pentacles. Okay, an Emperor in the reverse, an older person that wasn't thinking about something the right way. Okay, moving forward with what? They didn't want to move forward with what? I feel like these people possibly do magic or something. Someone was very sad about something. What is this? The Hierophant. They don't want to move forward in a contract or a marriage. Okay, somebody's sad because somebody did not want to move forward in a marriage or a contract. Let me make sure I'm still on. Yeah, someone didn't want to marry someone. somebody didn't want to marry somebody. That's someone that's financially stable didn't want to marry somebody and didn't want to move forward with them. Okay. Tell me about this East African energy. Because they went broke, they didn't get what they expected. Someone of East African descent did not get what they wanted to win at all costs. And this is someone that is not emotionally intelligent. This is someone that doesn't think about things the right way. They lack emotional responsibility or emotional regulation, and they're burdened. Why is this East African burdened? Why is this East African burden? Because something didn't have the effect on someone. Someone wouldn't take action with them. They tried to make an offer to someone and they didn't want to have sex with them. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles. They might have wanted to work with someone or for someone to work for them. So someone of East African descent might have wanted someone to work with or for them. Something involving sex. Tell me about this white man. Tower. Someone might be having a tower right now. Tell me about this white man energy. Tell me about this white man. Someone that would do anything for money is heartbroken right now. Why? What did this white man do? He's sad. He or she, because I told you, first I saw a white woman and police officer, and then now it's giving me white man. Because some spell work backfired. Okay. So they're sad because spell work backfired. So there was a police. Well, I don't know if this is the police officer. All right. So there's a white man that's a part of this that did some spell work, and the spell work that they did, who they do spell work on? Who did this white man do spell work on? They collaborated with others because of whatever the main goal was that was going to give everybody their wish fulfillment. So I'm picking up on a coven or a group. Okay, they collaborated with others because they thought that everyone was going to get their wish fulfillment. But because they're being seen for what they do and who they are, they have to release something and let it go now. Okay, who's this police officer? The King of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, someone that got a message about an Aquarius or something was fated. Who's this police officer? Clarify, who is this police officer? Someone whose spell work backfired. Okay. This police officer received a message to watch somebody from an Aquarius. So there's an Aquarius that had a police officer that was supposed to watch somebody in their community and do spell work on them. So it's, y'all know the spell work works with the action. It's like you're supposed to pray and then take action. Lord, please let me get this job and let me kill this interview and get hired on this job. Amen. And then go to your interview. You understand? So when they're trying to get you thrown in jail or get you in trouble for something, they pray to the devil. In other words, they do spell work. And then the police officer is going to follow you, hoping that you go 1 single mile over the speed limit, hoping that your insurance expired because your direct deposit didn't go through and you didn't get the notice and didn't know, and you thought they paid it and they canceled your insurance. And you have a tail light out. So they do the spell work and then they try to create some situation hoping that they'll be able to blow something up bigger than what it seems as an excuse to get you locked up, hoping that they'll catch you riding dirty or hoping that you'll be drinking a beer and driving home from work or something crazy. They do spell work and have a police officer watch you and wait for any opportunity to pull you over and do spell work, hoping it'll turn into something big. So an Aquarius made a police officer. There's an Aquarius that made a police officer an offer to possibly monitor and watch you and pull you over for any infraction, any tiny infraction. If you eat a chicken leg from Kroger's, the hot bar, piece of fried chicken leg. No, I'm not talking about myself, y'all. Okay. You like that? Sounds very specific, Kuan Yin. If you eat a piece of fried hot chicken from the hot bar at Kroger while driving down the street and throw the bone out the window, they're hoping for any little tiny infraction that might possibly give them the right to pull you over. And when they do that, they're going to do the spell work and try to find something on you to get you locked up or in trouble with the law. Okay. But it didn't work. The spell work backfired, and they were not able to find anything on you to lock you up or get you in trouble. This, your male platonic friend, whoever you are, you might have a male platonic friend that might celebrate with this police officer. Tell me about this male platonic friend, or this is that Aquarius's male platonic friend. Tell me about this male platonic friend energy. A Hierophant, someone might be a Taurus, and someone might be a King of Pentacles reverse, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So this might be a Taurus. Someone might have a male platonic friend that might be a Taurus that will do anything for money. The King of Pentacles reverse is describing the energy of the person. So this might be a Taurus, or someone that works in a government. The police officer's friend. Ha. All right. Whoever I'm talking to, you have a male platonic friend, and they're friends with this police officer. Okay. You have a male platonic friend, and your male platonic friend is friends with this police officer. And they were going to try to do spell work on you and pull you over for any infraction they could possibly conjure up. Okay. Now tell me about this West African connected to this married couple that might be connected to your family. Tell me about this West African. They took very quick action to do something. The Three of Cups reverse, because somebody was no longer working or celebrating with somebody. A Queen of Wands reverse that was in her ego. Okay, so we have this kitchen witch energy. There's the Queen of Wands reversed here that was in her ego about something. And people were no longer wanting to celebrate with this Queen of Wands reverse energy. So this West African took action and did what? The Hierophant reverse. They did something to a Virgo, a Hermit. Clarify this Hermit reverse to hold on to somebody. They sent a Knight energy toward who's this Hermit reverse. Clarify who this Hermit reversed is, please. Someone that didn't get their wish fulfillment. Clarify who this Hermit reversed is. The Emperor in the reverse couldn't plan something. So there was an older person that could not plan something. Okay. What did this? Okay. So that must be this West African. This West African is an older person. Okay. And they couldn't get someone to work with them. Okay. What about this romantic couple? The Moon card. Someone might be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is something going on right now. Was this West African married to or dating this South African? Clarify. They couldn't get somebody to marry them. They made someone an offer. The Page of Cups, a small offer. But somebody was being very stubborn about something. The Five of Pentacles. Somebody didn't want to marry somebody. Okay, so this West African and South African, they were some kind of a couple. Okay, and what did they do? The South African might be a Pisces. All right, what did this romantic couple do? Okay, they could not persevere. They couldn't persevere. Their magic wasn't working with whatever they were trying to get away with. So they separated, and their marriage is over, or their contract is over. So this West African was working with the South African, but because they couldn't accomplish whatever their goal was, which was possibly to trick you so that they could sabotage you financially and your relationships, they are not going to stay together or work together. Their contract's over. And this is your family doing this? They failed. So tell me about the sexual violation that occurred with someone underage. Who is this underage person? Is it a Taurus? Clarify somebody that was okay with something. Tell me about a sexual violation occurred because someone was underage. Who is this person? Who's the underage person? Someone might be an Aries, an Emperor energy. Oh, when they were underaged, okay, and they did not want to take a risk. They did not want to take a risk with what? What did they not want to take a risk with? They were sad about something. What did they not? They didn't see something. Someone didn't see something. What didn't this person see? This person didn't see that they would lose everything if they were reckless and be stuck in a cycle. Okay. So this emperor was sexually violated when they were underage. Clarify. This emperor energy, they're the person that was sexually violated. Something might have been exposed, and somebody was, clarify the 9 of Cups, that somebody was okay with releasing something that was a burden. Oh, the 10 of Pentacles reverse. Oh, so this might be this emperor. Okay, so there might be an older man or an older woman that might have been sexually violated when they were underage. And this person might be doing some healing. In other words, they realize that the path that they were on, working with all these people, this is some type of cult or coven right here. They realize that whatever path they were on, doing what they've been doing for so long, they've been going into poverty, and it's caused them to do some kind of self-reflection. Somebody is doing some self-reflection on how they got here to where they are right now. Okay, so somebody's been doing self-reflection, and at this point, they're walking away from something. Tell me about divine intervention. You might have been just, whoever this person is, you might have just been divine intervention for this person to wake them up, to take a look at their wound. And that was your only purpose in their life. They thought, so they're telling you, this is a lesson, learn and move on. There's an older person that was in your life that was trying to seduce you. This was a failed attempt to seduce you. And this person was a lesson, learn and move on. You were placed in this person's life to look vulnerable so that they could try to harness your energy, do spell work on you, sacrifice you. Whatever this person did to you, you were only there in their life. They want me to clarify for you, this is not your soulmate, and this is not your twin flame. Your whole purpose well, it is a soulmate, because soulmates are people that we meet on our path to teach each other something. So this is actually a soulmate of yours, but the lesson is over. They're telling you you're not to talk to this person or ever meet up with them or anything.